Just roll on me because I'm gonna talk. Okay. Okay, so I know nothing about music. I was hopeless about music. Of course, I tried to learn how to play like guitar, and I've had guitarists try to teach me guitar, but like that kind of kinesthetic learning combined with artistic learning, it just, I, I'm not patient enough, and I don't have enough will to to go through the hell of actually acquiring the not knowledge. So what I do is I have an iPad hooked up to a Rode, and normally I have my headphones plugged in to the Rode so that I can like zone out and get into it. But for the benefit of this video, I have it plugged into this Pablo traffic cone speaker, and yeah, there's an SD card in there. And so how I do it is I have these downloaded like synthesizers and music and instruments, and I'll just go through, there's a bunch of plugins, and I'll just go through and see like, and what I'm looking for is just like a tone. I don't have anything I'm doing this for. I don't have a video I'm doing this for. I'm just looking for a sound that's like, I don't know what, that conveys some kind of feeling and is very plain and won't be the narrative of the thing that you're looking at. It just makes it should ideally make it easier to look at the thing you're looking at. So what I'm after is like some plainness. And so I have two main groups of music that I do. I do one called, I call them bursts, which is just like a little thing that sometimes it's just like an accent to something visual. And then I have like, I guess it's three bursts, and then like tones that are just like, that'll be like, that like will maybe go under the video, and then I'll cut on the beats. Like if I change notes or whatever, I'll just cut to match the cut. And then I have songs, which you have to find certain. That'll just go for longer. I don't know. I'll record this one. What the hell? So that's like 1:07. Let's see, what else have we got in here? So that was called Reappearing Comments. Here's Reese. Nope, too similar. And then there's ways to like I'm not crazy about that. That does nothing for me. Sometimes the hardest one to do is happy. Because I don't know anything about music, and there's like all these different notes that are like, or keys or whatever, that are like the happy key. Like, I don't know, the sharps or something, or the flats, or I don't know, the whatever G maybe is like happy. And so like to have like is I don't know how to do it with these. That's why I think a lot of my music has a lot of my videos is just like a just kind of like a bummer drone, like. Like, I like that one. That one's pretty good. So F2. And then this is what the music kind of looks. This is like the visual representation of what the music looks like. And sometimes I'll just get hypnotized by that. So this would be in the category of song. So in 1:28, I guess. All right, there's another one. This guy is a little bit. It's a little bit more complicated. And there's all this. Hold on, what are the different presets on this? I always forget how to do all this. How to do. Oh, here we go. So these are the like families of. It's just two. So the bass, like I think Seinfeld destroyed the bass. Like I can't really. Like if you do this, it's just like, oh, Seinfeld. Doom, 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 doom. But there's some sounds like there was this band called Tangerine Dream that we paid licensing fees to put in a space program, and I love their music. You'll hear that. I think they did they might have done some of like Ridley Scott stuff, like maybe Blade Runner, and just that really synthy, like non-complicated synthy stuff from the '80s when the invention was kind of newish, and then there were these bands that just made it really complicated, like Phil Collins and probably Van Halen and a lot of the new wave stuff. They made this really complicated, kind of cinematic music, but see, that might be a nice little burst. Then maybe I'll do another one. All right, so that's what, 30 seconds. And so this one has a cool, this like emulator thing has a cool, has like these settings. Let me see. Oh, that's a little bit. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, wait. All right, so you can do that, and then you can go to, this thing is cool. This, like, so you can turn on this thing. And then you can set, like, how you want. And you can put it so it remembers them. And then you can set what notes go where. You can set what notes go where. So there's up, down, and then there's ordered. It's like the order you put the things in. And then there's random. And random's the most fun. This is kind of weird. I don't know if I like this. No. Okay, we get the point. Try Sonic Mayhem too. So this is just, it's like, you know, there's some things that like nobody even knows about that I'd be like, oh, if I put this in, it's just everyone's gonna be like, oh, that's Beverly Hills Cop. He's just ripping off the Beverly Hills Cop music. Not true. Nobody under the age of 40 has probably seen that movie. I mean, this one's kind of fun, but how do I turn it off? All right, so I'll record, turn the little... It's like a little, I don't know, I always imagine it's like a time lapse. So yeah, this one's on random 16th notes, I guess, or 16 beats per, I don't know what that is, but like one quarter note, 8 note, 16, I don't know, maybe that's not what those are called. But it's just so plain, and I think the reason I make my own music is because you can make it really plain and just one. If you want it more complicated, you can do layers of different of different audio tracks. Right, and so I'll just turn it off and it should stop. And that's 116. Okay, so let's see. 60624, so I'll have to update that. I just have a media drive and it has its own like music. This says music 60624. 2024, and then it's the date I made it. So today is 6.28.24. Happy birthday, Isabel. And then it's, this boring part. You put the SD card in there. Okay, so this is the fun part where I get to title the tracks, and I title them on the SD card just to have a backup, I guess. All right, so this is how I do it. I sit there. All right, and then an image comes in my mind, and that's what I title the track. And the image that came in my mind is Biplane Disaster. And then I number it because my brain organizes this stuff like where it is. So I want this track to be the first track, to remain the first track. So I number them all. This is 1. Biplane Disaster. And then I put it in here. And then I do a folder in here called Already Used. That I'll put the tracks in once because there's hundreds of tracks, that I'll put the tracks in once I put Biplane Disaster in a video. And so here's the second one. Let's see, what does this sound like? Toffee machine. In Maine, at this place called Goldenrod Kisses in Maine, in York Beach, Maine, it might be in Agunquit. There's this place called Goldenrod Kisses, and that's the name of the saltwater taffy. It's not Hershey's Kiss, it's a Goldenrod Kiss. And they show in the windows, had a huge influence on my whole like filmmaking thing. I started going to this place. This place has been there since my grandmother was a little girl, and she's dead. And so the windows of this place is the steps in the process of making their famous in Maine saltwater taffy or taffy. So the first window is them mixing together in a giant copper cauldron the ingredients. The second window is them like pouring it onto a thing. The third window, and this like third or second to last window is this toffee machine. And it's like it's these two arms. It's a robot from like the 1920s, and it just goes like this or something. And they put the toffee, they put like a big, huge, thick belt of toffee on it, and it just stretches the toffee and makes it smaller. Stretches it, it like doubles it and stretches it and doubles it and stretches it. And I think that's what makes it chewy. And this, I'm listening to this track, and it just, that's what that machine would be like. This would be that machine's favorite song. All right, so that one's called Toffee Machine. No, Goldenrod Machine. Goldenrod Machine, because it's the Goldenrod Kisses. Scottish pewter. That's the Beverly Hills Cop one, so that will be Foley's Nova. Axel Foley drove a Nova. So I only did 4 tracks for this video, but normally I do like 20, 25, and it takes me a couple hours or an hour or something. And it's when it's when I'm feeling confident that I have enough time to finish the video that week. And then I just bring them and then I just cut it a video. And when I'm watching the video and I get to a place where I'm just like, it's starting to get a little boring and I need to wake the audience up or something or whatever, or there's some kind of cue, I'll just drop one of these files in, and that's the process. Feel free to copy me.